I think what we've seen over the last couple of days is that our leaders can come together to talk about issues that have a huge impact on Australian people. When we're talking about tax reform, there is a fundamental conversation that needs to be had, and that is with the Australian people. And any reform in this direction must have the mandate from the Australian people to do so. We already know that household budgets are stretched to the limit, and that's why a range of options were on the table and more work will be done. I personally do not support an increase in the GST, but put on an option there about increasing the Medicare levy. But we were able to have a full and frank debate, keep both options there for further work to happen. There is nothing more important than health and our service delivery across our nation. Families demand it. They demand to know that they have the best quality healthcare system that they can access. So we know that there are an ageing population out there that's going to rely more and more on our services, and we need to fund that gap over the years with growth which is going to dramatically increase. So at least we are recognising as a nation that health is a #1 issue out there. Chronic diseases, diabetes, dementia, Alzheimer's, these are issues that we are grappling with, and we can put amounts of money into each of these programs, but unless we talk about these issues nationally, our people will fall through the cracks and they won't get the full supports they need. Another fundamental issue is education. I'm passionate about making sure that we have a modern education and vocational training system to equip young people with the jobs for the future. We know that there are emerging industries and technologies out there, and if we are going to keep up with the rest of the world, we must start at home. And that means looking at the way we teach STEM in our schools, giving the teachers the extra support that they need, looking at coding, looking at robotics. This is where the future lies, and we must grapple this with both hands, because if we don't address it now, we will not have the skills for the future. Finally, I just want to make a comment about domestic violence. It's good to see that men are showing leadership, but it must start early. The way people regard women starts at an early age. Respect, equality. These are fundamental issues that are ingrained in young people and will stay with them for the rest of their lives. Violence is unacceptable, but if we are going to change culture and habits, we must get in there early and provide the services early. And women must also have the courage to stand up and have a strong voice and be able to seek the help that they need. And that's why I want to thank Rosie Batty, because at the last COAG I had a detailed discussion with her about the need for specialised DV courts, and my government is implementing a specialised domestic violence court with wraparound support services, 14 extra duty lawyers out there to help women going through the system, providing that extra care and attention, more domestic violence services so they can have 72-hour family support and care. And also I want to commend the Prime Minister for a national campaign, because we must have a national campaign to change attitudes. When you change attitudes, you change culture, and we can change the nation that we live in.